So I manifested some pretty big things for the past week, and I want to share with you guys what that was. Stay tuned. Hello, my loves, Kellie here, and welcome to another fabulous slice of my life. If you've never been here before, I typically talk about my battle with lupus and my life abroad. So I live in Merida, Mexico, and because of lupus, have had a lot of major changes in my life. I went from being a perfectly healthy person who literally would probably catch a cold once every 5 years to heart swelling up, extreme fatigue, can hardly move without my wheelchair nowadays. And so with that comes anger, depression, anxiety, all these things, because you have nobody to really blame for what's happened to you and you can't change it. You just have to go about dealing. I won't even say that accepting is easy, it's not. So one of the things that I started doing, I'm sitting in my new studio, is I started creating different arts and crafts. The things you see kind of behind me, I've done all of that, and I'm sitting at a table now filled with glue and paint and just all kinds of stuff here. And these things were being done in my home, and I said, you know what? I'm not rich. I kind of want to have a place where I can teach other people how to create some of the fun stuff that I'm creating. So if you want to see the finished products when they're all done, make sure you follow me on Instagram. I'll post the link there on the screen so you can see and follow my nonsense and shenanigans as far as the things that I finish. So the first thing I manifested was a spot. It turned out to be quite affordable for me. So I have a legitimate business that I had a grand opening for last Thursday. And it was phenomenal, y'all. It really was. It turned out great. And there were a lot of people here. And now I can freely announce my different classes and have people come into the studio and take the classes. But the biggest thing that I manifested, and please excuse me, I get winded very easily because lupus has attacked my lungs. For those of you that are new, those of you that have been around, y'all already know what this is, that I be huffing and puffing, but I don't blow no houses down. But anyway, so let me tell you about the biggest thing. So I am a member of a manifestation group. I've manifested things for my life, my entire life. And I know some of y'all gonna be like, well, if she's so good at manifesting, why she got lupus? Manifestation don't work that way. And so it is what it is. Sometimes we get bad stuff along with our good stuff. But we have to really look at the perspective of, okay, I got lupus, but I'm also helping people who, I can tell you there are many people that live here in Merida now that have autoimmune issues, that watched my videos and at first didn't think it was something they could do, and now here they are. So everything happens, and it happens. You just gotta roll with it. But anyway, I digress. Because of lupus, many people don't realize that chemotherapy is actually one of the treatments for lupus. And because of my lungs in particular getting progressively worse, my doctor thought that chemotherapy would be something that would help me, and it would help stop further damage for my lungs, which I was like, let's do it, because these lungs make me miserable, y'all. There's all this coughing and hacking up and, sometimes tossing your cookies. So anyway, I came into my manifestation group about a month ago now, and the question was asked by the lady that leads the group, what are your challenges? What is it that you're currently trying to manifest that, hasn't quite come to fruition yet? So the meeting starts at 1. It ends at 3. This is significant. So I said, y'all, I really gotta get this chemo. This chemo is expensive. And just to tell you all how expensive it is, here in Mexico, number one, I would need 2 rounds. So you would get one, let's say, on the 1st of the month, and then you would get a second round on the 14th of the month, so 14 days later. It's $6,000 USD for 1 round, which means for the month, in order for me to get the chemo that I needed $12,000. And I'm not one to go out and do GoFundMes and ask people for money. I believe in figuring things out on my own and earning on my own. So I said, y'all, this chemo is gonna really help my lungs, and it really needed to happen. Lungs. Ooh, y'all, they make me dizzy. Anyway, so I, was like, all right, I'm manifesting this chemo is gonna happen. Don't know how it's gonna happen, don't know when it's gonna happen, but it's gonna happen, because when you're manifesting something, it's faith-based. Even when it looks impossible, it's faith-based. So we leave the meeting at 3 o'clock. I get home around 3:30, 4 o'clock, and I look at my phone and I have a message from my doctor. And it says, the first round of chemotherapy has been donated. All you have to do is pay for the infusion. I was like, what just happened? Like, am I being pumped? Where's Ashton Kutcher with his cute self? I was like, what the hell just happened? I read it again. And I was like, my first round of chemo has been donated? Wow, okay. So immediately, and the doctor's like, do you want it? Hell yeah, I want it. So I messaged the doctor back and I'm basically like, hell yeah, I want it. And so she tells me when the next, when the appointment is going to be. Well, here's the other issue. You need 2 rounds. I'm still down $6,000. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna jump out here on faith. I'm gonna get that first round and just believe that somehow that second round is gonna be there in 14 days and I'm gonna be good. So I'm pumped. I let my manifestation group know. I was like, y'all, I didn't even get home good before this chemo was donated to me. So I have a friend here who also has a very aggressive form of lupus. And there was a patient who had already purchased her chemo drugs and couldn't use them because they changed her protocol. So she donated hers to my friend. Well, my friend had a different situation, and she said, I don't know where I could get the second round. I feel like if I just take half a dose, it'll be a waste in that, So I just went about hoping that she could figure out round 2, because y'all, this is not a lot of fun. I laugh, I joke, I come here, I smile, but this is really, really difficult mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. Like, add all your leaves and this is hard. So I got another message from my doctor that said the infusion center wants to help you, and they went about trying to get the price of the medication discounted. So the medication for me went from $6,000 USD to about $1,300. I looked at my savings account and I was like, let's do this thing. Because again, I want both rounds. Well, the day before I was to pay for the medication, this $1,300, my friend sends me a message and she says, I'm not gonna use it, I'm gonna donate my chemo to you. I was at Costco, y'all, none of my business. I was in my wheelchair doing holy dance. But I felt sad because she couldn't use it, but she had just saved me all this money. So literally, I got 2 rounds of chemo that will hopefully stop damaging my lungs. I'm still coughing and hacking, still tired, y'all. I'm hoping that the chemo is gonna help with some of that as well. But I'm grateful that I didn't have to pay $12,000 for this treatment. Now, I'm already working out, trying to get things figured out for the next 6 months because I have to do this every 6 months. But I just wanted to tell you guys, I know today's video is a little long, but I mean, hey, I manifested over $12,000 worth of healthcare, like in an afternoon, like really. So sorry that it's a little long, but I'm a little excited. But I really just wanted to share with you guys that I know that for a lot of you all, there's either you pray or you maybe in the manifestation, whatever that thing is, hold on to your faith. No matter what you're believing for, if you're believing, let me tell you, the best thing to believe for, honestly, is the impossible. Because that's when you really strengthen, you get a little muscle. Not little muscles, so little. That's when you get a little muscle in your faith, is when you manifest things that you like, wait, did this really just happen? You know, were you just like, how, where, what? So I want you guys to believe against all odds, whatever it is that you're trying to bring forth in your life, and know that faith is a good thing. Manifesting is a good thing. And things don't always come the way you expect them to. For example, again, we talk about the fact that I have lupus. I manifested back in 2001. I said, I'm gonna live abroad. Well, lupus was the catalyst because of poor health care in the US that put me on the path to live abroad. So it's an ugly disease. It brings about ugly stuff, but it also brought some beauty into my life. But anyway, I'm gonna get off here now. If you have not checked out my Marco Polo group, please do that. I'll put the information below. So instead of doing a join button on YouTube, I'm just doing a group over there. And check out my Instagram. And yeah, and if you're in Merida, Mexico, come check out my studio. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Ciao.